Hi everybody, Dr. Sia here. We're about to watch session 2 with Anna. And in this session, you'll notice that Anna is talking about how she feels like she gets rejected and pushed away by everybody around her. But what we're going to notice is that what often happens for people who really get socially anxious is that she actually ends up pushing everyone else away. Right? So she thinks that people push her away, but she's going to come to realize that in a way, she's the one who pushes people away. We're going to have a look at this session and stay tuned because afterwards, I'm going to wrap it up and tell you why I said what I said and why I did what I did and where we can take it from here. Stay tuned and I'll see you soon. Anna, where would you like to start today?
So after our last session, I spent a lot of time thinking about what you said, what my depression might come from. And I realized that it comes from the fact that I feel like other people are rejecting me a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Can you give me a specific example of that?
yes. So my partner, Tim, um, yeah, every time I come home, I feel like he's not been waiting for me, to spend time with me. Like I come home and I'm really looking forward to see him
Yeah.
and to spend time with him because I was working, he was working, and it's the only time that we've got together.
Sure.
And I don't think he's really like it's like if I'm there or not, it's not big difference for him.
Okay. Can you give me a specific example of when this happened last so we can look at the specific example and see what actually happened?
Yes, like yesterday I came home and I was really tired and all I wanted is to be with him and maybe to watch a movie together and like cuddle on the couch and um, maybe talk about the day a bit, how what happened for me, what happened for him, and then just have a nice evening. I think that's what relationships are about.
Yeah.
But he was there on his computer doing his stuff, and
Sure.
he seemed really busy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I understand, like understand that his hobbies are really important to him,
Sure.
and I give him the time
Yeah.
and the freedom
Yeah.
to enjoy his hobbies as much as he wants. But I feel like his hobbies are so much important than me. Like his computer is so much more important than me, and like the games, like his hobbies programming video games.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's very I like that, it's very it's like art. He has a certain game in his head and he wants
Sure.
to make it. So I encourage him to be creative,
Of course.
but then he spends more time working on his art than actually spending time with me.
I understand. And when you came home and you were sitting there, just making sure I got this right. You come home and you're tired, and he's sitting there on his computer, and this is an example of him pushing you away. I'm wondering, what did you do to sort of gain his interest there? What happened? Did you do anything, or did you see he was on his computer and you decided he doesn't want to be with you?
Yeah, because I know him and I know when he's in this creative phase,
Right.
he just needs he's like in the flow and he doesn't want to be interrupted.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I gave that to him, like I gave him the time.
Sure.
Yes.
And is there anyone else where this happens to as well? This idea that you're being rejected or pushed away.
Yeah, it's I think it's the same with my friends. I actually don't really believe that they really want to spend time with me.
Is there a specific example that comes to mind?
Yeah, like on the weekend or on Facebook, I see my friend spending a lot of time with other friends.
Is this what name? What's your friend's name?
Jess.
Jess. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So I see on Facebook her going out with her other friends, but she never calls me and asks me if I want to go to her favorite restaurant or to the movies or whatever. She's doing that stuff with other friends, but not with me.
But did this happen this Saturday or when did this happen?
Yeah, last weekend.
Last weekend.
Yeah.
And she had asked other people to go to the
Yes.
restaurant with her, and she
Yes.
hadn't asked you.
No, she didn't.
Okay, that's I understand. And anyone else that this happens with, this rejection?
Yeah, like everyone, like at work, my colleagues, they go out for lunch together
Sure.
and they don't ask me, and then I just sit in the kitchen and have my food out of a container, and I would rather go with them.
Okay, yeah.
Like not every time.
No.
I do enjoy to eat healthy food.
Sure.
But sometimes I feel like, oh, I want to have some sushi or something where they're going.
Okay. So
they never ask me, like.
I understand.
So I don't think they're really interested.
And you say that they've never asked you. Have they never asked you to come with them?
No.
All right. Not even once?
Yeah, maybe at the beginning, and then I said, like, yeah, I've got my food for today with me. I already prepared it, but I would love to go another time. But
Okay.
they haven't asked me since then.
So there are times when they've asked you, and you said you have your lunch and you haven't gone with them, and they haven't asked you since. So
Yes.
you're thinking, well, they're rejecting you. They don't want to be with you.
Yes.
Okay. And what about with your partner Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Are there times when he's sat up from the computer and wanted to be with you, or has that never happened?
Yes, it does. It just doesn't happen that often. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
There are times when he does reach out to you as well.
Mm.
And what about with your friend who went out to the restaurant? Does she never invite you, or does she invite you sometimes?
Yeah, she does, but it's not as much as with her other friends.
I understand.
Yeah, I think like I'm like just a friend, not like a really friend.
Okay. And are there instances when you reach out to any of these people, where you try to connect with them, where you invite?
Look, if I know that they want to be with me, that I'm giving them my full attention.
Right.
Like if I know Tim, if he gets up and I see he's not interested in his computer, and he says, let's do you want to watch a movie? Then I say, yeah, let's watch a movie, and I'm giving my partner the full attention that he wants.
Of course. And I'm noticing something here. I'm noticing that what you're describing is that if Tim invites you, then you would fully be there.
Yes.
And that makes sense because you want to be with him. But I'm wondering, would you invite Tim to come and watch a movie with you?
No, because I don't want to make him feel bad. Like if he wants to work on his project,
I understand.
Then I think I'm going to be a good partner by giving him that freedom.
And similarly with your colleagues, would you go to them and invite them to come and eat lunch with you?
Yeah, but then it's like they're doing it out of pity, because I'm showing, oh, I'm so lonely, and can you take me? And I don't want to be with somebody just because I'm needy. I really want to have that. I really want to know that they value me and they want to have me with them because they appreciate my company, and not because they're doing it out of pity because I'm so needy.
That makes a lot of sense. You want people to be with you because they want to be with you.
Yes.
And what about with your friend? Yeah? Do you ever invite her to come out and eat with you? To come to the restaurant with you?
No, because not really. No.
You said that you get rejected, and then you're mentioning that some people in your life who have on occasion invited you to join them. Then on the other hand, you're saying that you never do invite them because you don't want them to pity you, for example, and you don't want to bother Tim. I'm just wondering, Sounds a little bit there like there's a possibility that you're pushing them.
I don't know. I don't think I'm pushing them away because when 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 I spend time with them, I give them the full attention. Like,
Right, yeah, it seems like when they invite you to spend time with them, you give full attention. But what happens before? What happens in that invitation phase
yeah, I
there?
just don't wanna be a burden for them, by like I'm not a stalker to call my
Okay.
friend and to say
Yeah.
go out with me, don't go out with other friends. I
Yeah.
don't want to be, chase people.
Yeah, can we just pause it there or slow it down there a little bit? I noticed that you said something. You said if you're going to invite yourself into a friend's life, that means that you would be a stalker and that you'd be bothering them.
Yeah.
Where does this idea come from that if you want to be with somebody, if you initiate that, you would be a bother to them? Do you notice that this idea that if you invite yourself into someone's life, that that's a bother?
Mm.
When I notice that as I'm saying that, it's getting a bit emotional there for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that this idea of you being a bother to others is something that's useful for us to have a look at and keep looking at maybe our next session?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, so that was session 2 with Anna. Now, did you notice what was going on for her there? She had a bit of a blind spot. Did you notice that? That what was happening was that she kept talking about how people have invited her into her life. How it seemed like she has a surroundings of full of loving friends who really want to spend a lot of time with her. And when they do, she obviously accepts the invitation and she goes and she has a splendid time. But when I asked her if she ever reciprocates, she says, no, I don't want to be a stalker. That happened at the very end there. So she has this perception that if she's expressing her wants, her needs, and her desires, that she is a burden on other people. It was like a penny drop moment there for me where I finally saw what it is that keeps Anna isolated and alone. It's not that she doesn't desire to be with other people. It's not that deep down inside she doesn't wish to. It's just that she thinks that if she expresses what happens inside of her emotions, her wants, and her desires, that would be burdensome to other people. That's not uncommon. That's something that very commonly happens for people who are socially anxious, or for people also who in childhood, for example, haven't had a very secure attachment. And that if they become a little bit avoidant or they become a little bit afraid that perhaps what happens inside is too much for other people to bear with or handle, perhaps those were the experiences they had earlier in life, then this is what happens. They feel like if they want to share anything inside, whether it's the hurtful stuff or joyful stuff, it might be too burdensome on other people. So we left Anna thinking about this idea that is it really other people who push it away, or is the issue that she, because of this burden she feels, pushes other people away? So this is what we're going to look at for Anna, and then we're going to see in session 3 what she comes back with once she's been away from our session, what she comes back with, what she brings in, and what we can do to help her further. As per usual, I hope you like, subscribe, and comment. I'm using these videos as an educational tool, so the more you can get involved with them and the more you can let me know what you like to see, the better, because then I can start putting up videos on topics that you want to see. Already, I've seen some people there who have commented they want to see stuff on projection, they want to see stuff on dealing with panic attacks, they want to see stuff on dealing with rupture after therapeutic a therapeutic rupture and repair. So I'm going to put up videos on all of these things. You let me know what else you want to see, and I'll make sure that when the actors come in that we bring this in. So as per usual, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for commenting and liking, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and I'm back again. I just thought, I don't know if you all noticed, but while I was recording this, the entire time I had yogurt on my face. Look at that. It's a well, yes, yogurt is part of my everyday diet. There you go. There you go. And it wasn't until I finished recording, my friend goes, Sia, is that yogurt on your face? To which I replied, yes. Yes, it is. And I thought, well, either I go and record this again or I just admit. I admit to my human flaws. So there you go. I'm Dr. Sia, a psychologist with schmutz all over his face. You have a good day.